just got all these video games and consoles, and it was all just from one Xbox Series S trade.
Recently, this guy reached out to me through my ad on Facebook that says I buy video games. So this is me meeting said guy at the world famous Home Depot. You know, the home of depoting your video games. Whatever that means, but anyways. But yeah, now Cody with a K told me a while back ago I need to quit eating potato chips and get my trade game on.
This is why you gotta get your trade post up on Facebook Marketplace that beats eating chips, Keith. I see you sitting there eating tostadas like you ain't got a thought of the lots that you could be getting on market. For real, my man, pop that ad up on Facebook Marketplace and make a trade happen.
So that is exactly why I'm here. And that's why I'm giving this guy all of my money, so I can make a trade.
Trade gravy train, folks. Trade gravy train.
Train.
So I don't know if I said what I'm doing. I don't remember what I said I was doing. Oh yeah, so because I got sidetracked with the people behind me and the money, this is a trade. We just picked this up for a trade. This is the Xbox Series S. It's got it for $150, and I also got the Switch for $100, and it comes with the charging dock and all the cables, and then I got the controller with the S, and then 2 battery packs. So we're gonna go put this up online, and we'll come back in time and see what I get to trade.
So I immediately went home to take pictures of the Xbox Series S. I also took pictures of the Switch, and I put up a listing up on Facebook Marketplace, and it wasn't long before it sold. In fact, it was just the next morning.
All right, guys, guess what? We are at Home Depot, somewhere over there, yet again. But instead of me buying something, I'm selling that Nintendo Switch.
Hey man, I see you don't have a real job and like to steal from the poor and ruin the gaming hobby for everyone, and I honestly thought, man, that's pretty noble. Not only are you a bottom of the barrel reseller, but you're also a preacher. So I figured you were pretty much a loser, so I thought, well, this poor guy could use my money. So yeah, I'll buy the Switch from you.
All right, so I just sold the Switch to a guy for $225. I also got original.
In 2 miles, turn left onto State Highway 469.
So our budget is up $225, and we are headed somewhere.
Somewhere indeed. But it wasn't just somewhere, my friends. It was somewhere that I would make a trade. An Xbox Series S trade, to be exact. And I know how much you want to see this trade go down, and that is exactly why I did not record it, but instead I am giving you the privilege of a very accurate word-for-word reenactment.
Hey man, how's it going? I got the Xbox Series S. Yeah, I'm the one. I'm the one that won the Xbox Series S. Yeah, for sure. And I got all these games for you. I'm pretty excited, man. I've been really wanting a Sega CD, so that's super cool. And I'm telling you, they're in pristine condition. So, I mean, check out the discs. Look pretty good, right? Yep. Yeah, man. I've been looking for that Xbox Series S. So, cool. I'm real excited. All these games I played them about 20 years ago, and so you can have them. And I'm telling you, I would never jip you. I would never sell you fake games. I would never sell you broken games. I wouldn't think you would screw me, man. I mean, you seem like a legit guy. You seem good. So, yeah, we're good, man. Yeah, that's right. And if something's wrong, we can work something out. Like, cool, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yeah, if I have any trouble, I'll give you a call. Thanks. See you later. All right, man, appreciate it. Hope you enjoy all the consoles. But if something's messed up, don't call me because you're screwed. All right, guys, so we are back at the house, and I have everything laid out from the trade I just did with the Xbox Series S. And we got a pretty good amount of stuff. I did pay a little bit extra for some more stuff. And something I didn't show in the video is I got Pokemon Scarlet, so that went right up to the collection. And so the collection's building. Got a few in here that I'm going to put into the collection. And the rest of it, I'm going to sell. So, yeah, let's get into this.
I traded an Xbox Series S and $40 and came home with this beautiful load of Sega consoles and Sega video games. As you know, I'm a Sega Saturn guy, so let's start with the Sega Saturn. Now this was not in the best condition, but nothing I couldn't clean up. The inside being a little dusty, but it had no technical problems. Sega Saturn came with this super cool Japanese controller, which I use every time I play now. I was able to sell this to a friend for $100. PGA Tour wasn't in the prettiest condition, but one more game to the goal of completion. I sold this NASCAR 98 at a local toy show for $10. Not in the greatest condition, but the customer was happy. Shanghai Triple Threat was added to the collection as well as Tomb Raider. Now, believe it or not, my mom used to play this game all the time. Super pumped about the Sega Genesis and Sega CD combo. Now, this Sega CD was not working, but thankfully I had some parts from a previous one, so I got it fixed up for a game trade with my friend Jason with J-Ray Repairs. And this ended up being added to the collection as well. The only game I had on the Sega CD was Joe Montana Football, and not the greatest game or greatest condition, so I sold it off for $5 at a local toy show. Aladdin on the Sega Genesis. Now, this was complete in box, and believe it or not, it's my wife that wanted me to add this to the collection.
Wow.
Desert Strike on Genesis, I ended up selling on eBay, and after fees, I profited $9. G-Lock, I don't know what's the proper way, is currently in store and not being added to the collection. Paperboy, a classic, yet another add to the collection. Eternal Champions, believe it or not, this was one of my favorite fighting games back when I was a kid. And last, WrestleMania, which, yes, I did sell this, my friends. I'm not a wrestling fan, and, you know, get over it. And I profited $14 after eBay fees. Then we have these two loose 360 games, Raiden 4 and Darkest of Days.
You know, every time I do these big video game lots, I think, what if some of these games were fake? But I was thinking, nobody fakes these type of games. At least I don't think they do.
This is just a bit of foreshadowing.
And how about this lovely Dreamcast that I was able to clean up really nice, and thankfully none of the buttons were sticking. It came with all the cables and this good looking controller, and yes, a working VMU, or, you know, virtual memory unit, memory card, whatever. That's what VMU stands for. Now, I sold this at Louisiana RetroCon for $130. And the games were nothing to brag about, but we did get Sega Bass Fishing, which was pretty scratched, but I got it buffed and sold it on eBay, profiting $8 after fees. Also got Sega Sports NBA 2K and NFL 2K1, which brought me a whopping $5 after fees. Yes, thank you. Now, Slave Zero was added to the collection. Now, this is a pretty cool game where you're basically a mech and you fight other mechs, and you just destroy stuff. And last but not least was this Street Fighter 3 Alpha, which is the one I was most excited for. Perfect. I mean, it's in beautiful condition, and the disc looks like it hasn't even been touched. So naturally, I did what I was supposed to. I popped it in my lovely Dreamcast, closed the lid, sat in front of the TV ready to play, and...
Sweet. It doesn't work. So guys, when I got this lot, I already knew that the Sega CD wasn't working, and that was okay. That dealt with, you know, we already dealt with that ahead of time. This isn't working. But also the Dreamcast that I bought, or traded with this, I needed to replace the battery. That was also fixed by J-Ray Repairs. Let me say something. This guy, I reached out to him and told him all the problems. He said,
I mean, brother, what you think I am, a video game store? I mean, that's what you got for, you know, buying retro video games, especially on Facebook.
so yeah, lots of fun. Yeah. Down here, guys. Yep, that's me. Looking at these games. If we can we turn on the lights in here? Because it's kind of red looking. Yeah, that's good. All right. And if we can just kind of, you know, we move. Yeah, let's move all the numbers. All right, cool. Anyways, guys, so yeah, I made some money off of this. It wasn't the best, but I also added to the collection. For example, we added this game right here, and we also added this game, and, you know, this one over here. And, you know, we also added this one. And this one we also added, well, because it doesn't work, and heck, I mean, it looks cool. So it's not really a game added, but, you know, it will work. And then we have a few of these Genesis games like this one right here, this one as well. and this last one right here as well. And you know, these Xbox 360 games. Speaking of foreshadowing, yeah, this is what I think about them. All right, guys, back to the video. All right, guys, so that's the games. I'm actually taking a little morning stroll. And listen, I kind of got gypped. I want to show you this. I'm going to take a stop for a second. But if you notice, those are fake. And they are printed on Memorex. And here comes the car. So I feel a little awkward.
Get off the road!
And they are burnt copies. So they're not legit copies. And that was one of the reasons I did the trade, because they were like $20-something games. Also, I ended up paying a little extra for the Street Fighter Alpha. It's not working. Half of the other Dreamcast games aren't working. I wonder if he knew this. I don't know. Hopefully, I try to think the best with people.
I mean, that's what you got for, buying retro video.
Yeah. Happy hunting, guys. I'll see you on the next episode.